All right, I am going to get started. It's about 12:36. A couple things. I put the email up here that I sent you. It's kind of been a contiguous email where I've been adding to it. But not only does it have the Zoom URL on it, but if you look here, this might be stuff you might be interested in, and it might not. All right. I follow this guy named John Morris, and he puts podcasts out. He puts YouTube videos out. He also teaches some stuff online. I think he's pretty good. He had a YouTube video about 20 minutes long, maybe a little more than 20 minutes yesterday, that was called, "I Can't Get a Developer Job, What Should I Do?" Now, it just came out yesterday. He does not address things like the coronavirus, but he's got some really good points. You may or may not find it worth your time. Next, I've mentioned to you several times how I take courses out on udemy.com. That's udemy.com. Some of them are really, really good. Some of them aren't. All right. But Mr. Morris teaches at a place called out of Skillshare. And if you go out to https://johnmorrisonline.com/Skillshare, you get to use the service for 2 months for free. And his claim is there's over 28,000 courses out there on a wide variety of things. And typically, a lot of times the people they get to teach them are professionals, and a lot of times they're the people who maybe even came up with a product or whatever. All right. Also, one of the other guys that I get emails from frequently is Java Code Geeks. They have just started their own YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, that's the address for that. So you got all that sent to you. All right. As mentioned then on the bottom of this email today, just want to give you a little prelude of what we're going to do. All right. You're going to have to type in very little code today. Probably 90-some% of what we're going to do is I've already given to you. You've got another folder out there called 04-02-2020. And if you would grab that folder, unzip it to your desktop, it'll help you quite a bit in what we're about to do. We are going to create some fragments today, and we're going to implement the profile fragment.xml file. It's a pretty long file. I've got it all out there. All right. Then we are going to go in and create. We're going to right mouse click on our layout folder, and we're going to create a bunch of layout resources like we've done. One called customer_row_school.xml, one called customer_row_company.xml, and one called customer_row_project.xml. You will have to create the files, but as soon as you do, I've got all the code in there for each one of those 3 files for you. All right, that's going to take the majority of the period. And when we get to the end of the period, we're just going to do what I called some miscellaneous work in here. We're going to add a couple Gradle dependencies for stuff that we want to be able to do. We're going to update the Android manifest.xml file. We're going to totally rewrite the strings.xml file. And you may or may not have a file under your res values called dimens, which is short for dimensions.xml. If you don't have one, you're going to create it. If you do have one, you're basically going to replace it with the contents I've already given you. And I better check to make sure. I think I've given you the strings and the dimensions, but I'll double check it. If I haven't, I'll send them to you during a break or whatever. And finally, as it says, if you have not done so yet, please add those images to your project. If you did go in yesterday and add those images, I put in 4 more. They are called Android_logo, JavaScript_logo, C#_logo, and SQL_logo. So you'll have to add those as well. All right, that said, then let's get to it. I'm going to stop the share here. I'm going to start the share based on That's not it. Right there. All right. Can everybody on your screen now, can you all see the Android Studio folder? Can you all see Android Studio, all the code up in here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to continue on then from where we were yesterday. Now I've put some of this stuff in already. All right. Why? Because I had to make sure it was going to work. All right. But the first thing I want you to do, I don't remember if we did this yesterday or not. Did we create a fragment folder yesterday? Anybody? Well, I'm going to assume that we did not.
No. We did
Okay,
not.
so what I'd like you to do is to go up again, right mouse click on your project name, choose new package, just like we did yesterday, and in there type in fragment. All lowercase FRAGMENT. Now, it tells me mine already exists, and I know that. So I'm not going to hit enter. I'm just going to cancel. But you should be able to do that. And yours won't come up red like mine. Just click on OK. Once you have done that, then right mouse click on the fragment folder. This is going to be different. We're not going to create classes in here. All right, we're going to create fragments. If you don't know what that is, you're going to be learning over the next couple periods. So right mouse click here on the fragment folder, go to new and go all the way down to fragment, which is about 3/4 of the way down, and find where it says fragment blank. Can everybody see that on their screen or not?
Yeah.
All right. Now, just let me tell you that this is what's going to come up once you choose that. We're going to create 4 of these. Please look up on the screen right now. Do you see the configure component box right here?
Yes.
Okay. With each one of these, you want this checked where it says create layout XML. You do not want to check either one of these. We're going to do this 4 times. So make sure those are unchecked. All right. They have to do with callbacks and some stuff. We have no time to get into that stuff. All right. So the first one I want you to call profile. Whoops, not caps. Sorry. Profile fragment. Now notice it's going to create another file. You're going to have a profile fragment.java file when you get done. And then you're going to also have a fragment. Okay, let me try that again. Profile fragment. All right, and I want that to be fragment profile. All right. When you do this, you're going to get both a .java file and a .xml file. We're going to concentrate today on the .xml files. Tomorrow, Monday, we will work on the .java file. All right, so if you've got it set up and yours looks like this, I think I spelled profile okay. All right, again, it's giving me a message saying that the name must be unique. Yours won't do that. Just click finish, just so you know. If you already click finish, it's just fine. What happens when you do this is you're adding a new fragment, and this is really going to be the first time you may or may not notice up here, you're going to get a message that Gradle, those Gradle files that you've got in here, they have to sync up with the new one. The reason I'm telling you that is so that if you see that on the top of the screen, you don't think it's, well, what's going on? The other thing is we're going to make 3 more of these, but you have to wait until Gradle is done syncing each time. So please go in now and create the profile fragment just have it look like this and then click the finish button if you have not done so already. You should notice then inside of your fragment folder here, it should then say profile fragment in there. All right. Plus under your layout, you're going to have another one too. Okay, we'll talk about that in a bit. All right, hopefully it's done syncing and the like. You'll know real fast because what I want you to do next is to right mouse click on here again, choose new, and go down again to fragment. If you go down to fragment and it's not done syncing, this will all be grayed out in here. But if it's not grayed out, again, choose blank. This second one, instead of blank fragment, you're going to call it school fragment. So again, it'll be fragment underscore school. And again, you want neither of those checked. Once you've got that, click finish again. And again, it'll have to go through this syncing process. All right, then we're going to do it a third time. So again, right mouse click on here, choose new, go all the way down to fragment, choose blank. As I mentioned before, if this is grayed out, it's not done syncing. But if it is, choose blank again. And the third one will be called company fragment. All right. Again, it's putting the 2 on mine because I've already got one by that name. So company fragment, fragment company. Again, uncheck both these and click finish. Finally, we want to make one more. So again, right mouse click on fragment, new, again go down to fragment in here, again go down to blank, and this last one will be called project fragment. And again, uncheck these 2. Once you've got that, click finish again. That's the last one in here that we are going to create. All right, did anybody have any problems with that? You don't even have to answer. If I don't hear anything, I take it for granted you were all able to do it okay. And I am taping this still. All right. So let's see, did it. All right, then the next thing I'd like you to do, and this is, believe it or not, this will go pretty quickly. All right, I want you to first open up down here under layout. I want you to find the fragment underscore school.xml file and open that up by double clicking on it. And it's just fine to open it up in text mode. Yours is not going to look like mine. You will have a text view here. Remove that text view and put in this. If that's too hard, or if you have any problems, you can go to design view, drag a text view in, and then just put in this code, whichever is easier for you. All right, we're going to tell the system we're putting in a recycler view. It's going to be RV for recycler view school. The background is going to be transparent, and both the layout width and the layout height are going to be match parent. So we want them to take up the whole screen. And once you get done with that, grab this thing that you just created, highlight all of it, and copy it to the clipboard, please. Highlight all of it, copy it to the clipboard. After you've done that, open up the fragment company.xml file and remove what was in there, remove that text view and replace it with what you just copied in, but you have to change the name from RV School to RV Company. And finally, we're going to do it one more time to the fragment_project file. So you can open that one up. Again, remove the text view that's in there. Again, paste this in, but change the name from RV School to RV Project. So we now have put in 3 recycler views. All right. One is going to be when we put in our school information. One is going to be for our company information or where we've worked. And one is going to be for the projects that we have worked on. All right. I'm not hearing anything, so I'm taking for granted that as I'm going through this, it's making sense as far as you're able to do what I'm doing. All right, let's see. Right. Give me just a second here. Okay, we will not add a recycler view for the profile fragment. All right, but probably not a real terrible time for us to go and do another commit. All right.
Okay.
So if you forgot how to do that, let me stop the share here and let me go over to the GitHub share right here. All right, we're going to do the same kind of stuff that we did yesterday. In that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and I think I can do a clear here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to do a git add dot. All right, and then I'm going to do a git status. And you can see there's a bunch of new stuff. Why? Because we've done a bunch of new stuff. All right. So again, I did a git add dot. Then I did a git status. Now I'm going to put in here git commit -m, 4th commit, added fragments, added fragment package, comma, fragments, and 3 recycler views. Make sure you put your ending double quote on the end. Again, if you're going to put something else in there for a message, it's totally fine. All right. I hit enter and that should show everything. You've seen this before. And now a git push minus u origin master. And that should push everything up to our GitHub that we've got running on the server under github.com. Okay, the next thing I would like you to do, please, is to go, if you have not yet unzipped that folder I sent with today's date on it, 04-02-2020. If you have not yet unzipped that to your desktop, please do so right now. Inside of that file, or that folder, I should say, you've got, I think it's 3 more folders, yeah. You've got one called Custom Row Layouts, one called Fragment XML, and one called Images. Please open the Fragment XML file. There is literally one file in it. It's called Profile Fragment XML.txt. And it's not small. It is 218 lines. Now, please don't do anything with it yet. But I want to show you, so I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back to my code and show you what we're going to do with this. All right? Okay. Well, this is the file right here. But if can you all see the file? It's in red and kind of purple. Can you see what I'm talking about? Hello?
What was it supposed to look like? Purple?
Yeah, it's supposed to be red and purple.
Yeah. I see it.
Okay. Please look on the screen and see the line that I'm highlighting right now. Can you see this? It's in gray.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to get an error on yours because this has to be your package name. So wherever your fragment is, if you get an error, you're going to have to go back and change that. All right. So for Christian, if Christian's, let's just say that his is called Christian, then he'd have com.example.christian, etc. All right. But what I want you to do is I want you to highlight this entire file. Control A, Control C, or however you do it. All right. You can get rid of the comment that's here first. I'm sorry, where it says change to your path. Get rid of that comment. Then highlight all of it. Control A, Control C. Then if all of it is highlighted, I'm going back to the code now. All right. And in there, you need to open up the file that is called fragment profile.xml. Now mine's full because I already dropped it in, but yours is almost empty. Get rid of everything that's in it and copy in what I just told you to copy in into this file. And again, you are going to have to change this line, okay? Don't even worry about doing it right now. I'm more concerned with you having it in there. All right, I got about 10 minutes and it's going to stop here. But this right here, eventually, this, hopefully, when we get all done with this, this is going to be what your screen is going to look like when it first comes up. All right. I will tell you that I took some liberties here. I wasn't sure about colors, so I just threw some random colors in there. So this might really look like somebody barfed on the screen. And what I mean is the colors might be terrible. Sometimes I just threw a color in there, hollow green dark. Sometimes I just threw, Android color white or whatever. So we might have to make some changes as we go on to this file. All right, so that's the profile. All right. And what we are going to do next, all right, what we are going to do next then, get down here. We've already put in, believe it or not, several hundred lines of code. And I realize I've given you most of them, which is just fine. All right, but I think we'll have time to do this. I think we'll have time to do this before my time runs out. What I'd like you to do, you're going to do what I'm about to show you. You're going to do this 3 times. The good news is what I'm going to show you, you've already done before. What does that mean? That means, whoops. All right, that means as I go back to the program here, you've done this before where you right mouse click on layout, you choose new, you go to layout resource file. Can everybody see what I'm doing? Right mouse click on the layout folder, choose new, choose layout resource file. I don't know if you remember this, but it comes up looking like this. All right. We're going to make 3 of them. The first one will be called customer underscore, what was it? Hold on. Customer underscore row underscore school. Just like that. Customer underscore row underscore school. Once you get that, all right, once you get that, just click OK. And after you get done with that, do it again. So right mouse click on layout, choose new, choose layout resource file, and then create customer underscore row underscore company. And again, then click OK. Finally, we're going to do it one more time, and it's going to be customer underscore row underscore project. All right, so I want you to create those 3, and I'm just about out of time here, so I'm going to generate.
Yeah, I just wanted to call you because I saw the Venmo thing.
Hey, Chris.
Did
Your mic's still on.
sorry.
You had a question?
I
Okay.
don't believe so.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. So hopefully you've done all 3 of those. You've got customer underscore row underscore school, customer underscore row underscore company, and customer underscore row underscore project. All right. We're going to pick it up from there as soon as I can generate a new Zoom URL for you guys. So if you'd all drop off, I can stop and quickly create another URL. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Everybody off? Christian, are you off?
Off what?
Everybody, if you drop off, please.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Okay, thank you. Chris, you too, please. Thank you.